Alright, welcome all to some Alice Madness. Now, you may see the screen looking a little bit, boxed right now. That is because I have to fix it, which will be fixed right now, hopefully. So, welcome all to some Alice Madness Returns. I've always wanted to play this game. I've had this game for like years, but of course, because I've had it for years, I've just, not been able to play it that much. The reason for that is that the game sometimes don't want to work. And since I've got a newer GPU right now, not really new, but a better GPU to actually record and do things with, we're able to actually play this today. Don't worry, I won't be flooding the channel with this, just giving a heads up. I'll be putting this alongside the normal Paladins content on the channel. So, you won't be flooded with this as much. I'll most likely record a session, and within that session, throughout that entire week or 2 weeks, depending on when I want to upload it, we will upload bits and parts of this. Now, as you can see with the hair movements, the fluidity, and just everything, I have unlocked the game's FPS to 60. For some particular reason, you can't go higher than that. When you go higher than that, the game doesn't register it and sometimes will crash, but I'm still hoping today that this doesn't crash and we can actually enjoy this today. Now, as you've seen earlier, I'm using reshade on the game. What does reshade do, you may ask? It makes the game look better, meaning my job with the color correction will be better at the end of the day when it comes to my editing. So we are running reshade, and I can even show you right now the game's FPS is that it is running at 60, as you can see up there. I'll even make it bigger for you just so you can see it, and even make it white just so you can see it. The game is running at 60 FPS. Originally the game is running at 31 FPS, and when it's running at 31 FPS, it just doesn't feel right, man. It just doesn't feel right. So the things that we're running in reshade is SMAA. SMAA fixes the jagged edges. As you can see on Alice's skin here, there is no jagged edges. Even if you have, what is it called? The top anti-aliasing or the max out anti-aliasing on this game, for some reason, you still have jagged edges in a lot of games. So with this effect that just adds a blur effect around her arm, you won't really notice it that much unless you really have a high resolution display. But yeah, it fixes that so you won't see the jagged edges on her skin. So that's something that's really good. The next thing we're running is HDR. HDR is different when it comes to this game. It just adds an effect of HDR which actually adds more contrast to the game. So as you can see how the game looks a little bit darker, that's because of that adds more contrast to the game. And contrast, I really like a lot of contrast in a lot of my videos, and there's a lot of games in general. So with this implementation, it makes it look really good on my end. And as I'm looking in OBS, because I am using that to record right now, usually it does not record a lot of games. I don't know why. This is why I'm in the midst of getting a secondary PC. So yeah, it looks good to me. The next thing we're running is levels, of course. As you can see, it changes that. Levels basically, if it just raises the colors. It's pretty much simple like that. Curves do the same things also. Levels just raise the levels of the video, of course, with the colors and everything else. Curves basically just adds, more curves, makes the game look fuller. Color 2 just adds an effect that makes the game warmer, well, cooler for me, because I like how my games and just my videos look cooler instead of warmer. So with this, it does that. That's why it looks like that. As you can see, when I flick the effects on and off, you'll see it looks a little bit different. I think I have it set to warmer right now, but of course, with this here, which is the tint, without this, you will see the game looking a whole lot warmer. So with the tint, it makes the game look cooler, which I like. And the next thing we're running is Vibrance. Now with Vibrance, you can't really see it as much, but it does make her lips and her makeup and everything just pops more, and I really like that. So Vibrance just makes everything just look a little bit better, the skin tones, everything. And yeah, and then the last one is just Colorful, which as you can see and read, it's self-explanatory. I turn it off, the game is not as colorful. I turn it on, you see her skin tone, and you see the colors of her lips, and everything just looks a little bit better. So, yeah, that is what we're running on the game today. So, this first Alice Madness session, I am gonna do my best, because at the moment, if you do not know, I am running this on PC. This is why you're seeing this 60 FPS. My keyboard is a blue switch keyboard, so I'll try to reduce it as much as I can with the filters I have in OBS and also with Resolve 16. I'll try to reduce it as much as possible so you don't hear it as much, but I am not going to suffer on this game by playing with controller. I haven't played with controller in months to almost years, and I'm not gonna lie, I suck at it. So I don't play it. So we're using mouse and keyboard for today, and yeah. Ooh, that took a lot to talk. A lot to talk about, but yeah. So I think I've talked about everything that I needed to talk about. I guess I can show you the configs real quick. This is what we're running. Anti-aliasing on, of course. 3D stereo. I don't like having 3D stereo on because it adds extra surround sound that I don't want to hear about. Motion blur, I don't like it, so I don't have it on. That's one of the things I don't really like that much about consoles, is because with consoles you need the motion blur to actually make the game look good, but on PC you can turn it off, which is very amazing. Post-processing just basically adds extra effects, and dynamic shadows is self-explanatory. It adds shadows and more shadows and everything else, and physics just makes her hair and the characters' clothes and just everything just flow a whole lot better. And now for the last thing that I am also running is that I'm running NVIDIA Inspector on the game. Now, if you do not know what NVIDIA Inspector is, it is injection that you can inject into any game, no problem whatsoever. You won't get banned or anything, so you can inject it into any game that you want, and it will add an ambient occlusion effect and just makes the game look better. This is what I added to the majority of my games, just to make them look better. Vindictus, Paladins, what else? Those are the two games that I play on the most. Blade and Soul looks amazing now. When you add NVIDIA Inspector to it, it makes it look like the Unreal Engine trailer that they actually showed that they're gonna release in the game end of this year, 2019, if I remember correctly. I started playing Blade and Soul again, and I'm actually enjoying it, and with the NVIDIA Inspector, it just makes the game look so good. So, I think I've talked here for long enough. I am gonna cut out the beginning part a little bit, but it is fine. So, let's just pray that this works today. OBS, work with me today. That's all I ask. Just work with me for the next hour and 20 minutes, and let us begin. We're going to start a new game. We're going to play it on normal, and I might switch it to hard later on, because I haven't really played this game. I've only played like the first and probably the second mission, so I don't really know much. But for right now, we're just going to enjoy the game and just play it on normal. Plus, at the same time, I do have to get used to mouse and keyboard. This is going to take a while, so do bear with me. We're gonna go at normal. I think the gamma's good. If I change it anymore, it's probably gonna affect the reshade, and yeah. I might have to turn it up a little bit because of the HDR effect that I have running on the game, and yeah, confirm. Inverted controls, I don't know who's crazy enough to use it, and let us begin.
Come now, Alice. It's only a dream.
It's not a dream, it's a memory. And it makes me sick.
Now, focus. Wait. You're floating again. Weightless. A cipher. Relax.
Fire! I'm in hell!
Forget it. Abandon that memory. It's unproductive. Go to Wonderland.
I can't. I'm trapped in my past.
Sergeant, this girl's badly burned. Call for a doctor!
She'll be all right.
No, Alice. Discard that delusion. Forget it. Go to Wonderland.
I'd rather not, Doctor. My Wonderland's shattered. It's dead to me.
Your preference doesn't signify, girl. Now, Alice, where are you?
I'm sailing with a friend. It's different somehow. Things have changed.
Change is good. It's the first link in the chain of forgetting.
What's happening? Are you mad?
I'm not mad.
Rabbit,
That's not right. What's he doing there?
is something wrong?
Something wrong? Rather!
Oh no, not that!
Don't struggle, Alice. Let the new Wonderland emerge.
Pollution, corruption, it's killing me. Wonderland is destroyed. My mind is in ruins.
Forget it, Alice. Block that dream. Wake at the sound. There, Alice. Better now, aren't we?
My head's exploded and there's a steam hammer in my chest.
Yes, well, the cost of forgetting is high.
My memories make me vomit. What can I...
Remember other things.
I want to forget. Who would choose to be alone, imprisoned by their broken memories?
I'll set you free, Alice. Memory is a curse more often than a blessing.
So you've said many times, and
And I will say again, the past must be paid for. Now, before our next session, collect those pills from our high street chemist.
very well, Doctor.
It's my turn to forget, Alice.
Now, Charlie, your pa was hung for killing your ma who beat you. Let's forget that, shall we? The past is dead, Charlie.
Miserable hovel. You're home. Relax. You're floating. Listen. They're gone.
Holy crap, dude. That was so creepy. Oh my god. I forgot how like dark this game is. It's been so long since I've played it. Why did I get this game back then?
The loo smells awful.
Worse than your room?
Also, I do remember there is... Oh, that it actually moves. That's
Our
pretty
bed's
cool.
a mess.
Monday's wash day.
That's pretty cool. Never really, you know, noticed that
Ollie
much
actually smalls. Where
when it
Blue
came
is.
to playing it for the first time. That's probably because I had physics off. But yeah, everything moves. This game looks amazing. Oh my god, the radiance, the blind, the everything, the lights just shining on her. I love it. But yeah, there is Alice Madness 1, I think. Alice McGee something. I do plan to play that game in the future, so do expect it. But
Can't find the door.
I do have only Alice Madness Returns right now. So, yeah, we're gonna be playing this game first. Oh, this is creepy. T to enter first person mode.
Doctor, do you right? Still sick in the head?
Talking
I'm
shit,
past a cure.
talking
Terminal condition.
talking shit, little girl. I see you with your big ass head and beaver teeth. Oh my. Did she get punched in her eye or something? Or is she bloodshot? Huh. That is a little bit weird, but fine, I guess.
Wasting doctor's time?
I deserve my bitter tears. Want some?
You know what's really, really weird is that the contrast is pretty high. The contrast, because it's so high, it makes the game look even more creepy. And like everywhere that's dark is even more dark than usual. What's this? See. Abandoned toys and worn out shoes have a pass. And the people who wore them, too. My past was consumed by fire. So, all of her house appliances or something just burned when she was younger? The illustrated news feed the insatiable appetite for domestic mayhem and industrial disaster. Fire at the can't read. Fire at match factory. 6 girls missing. Is there anything more predictable? The world has gone mad. Damn, that is deep.
10 years in the loony bin.
No, Ma, no relations. She's an orphan.
You can honestly tell the voice actor that was playing this kid here was a male. They tried to like raise their pitch a little bit, but it just didn't work out. But yeah, these kids have some big ass heads. Earn your keep, right?
Mr. Payne had no idea how humble a home could be. If not for my drawings and the photographs, this could pass for my room at the asylum.
So the first game she was actually in an asylum. No, I know this might be catching people a little bit off guard with like the lights and everything, but like that is the game. Usually if you don't have the extra things that I have on in the game, you won't really notice it. Like the lens flare and everything and just the light, it just looks so good, man. Like I'm probably gonna be saying that a lot throughout this entire playthrough, is that everything just looks so good. What is this? The photograph of my family was delivered here by post. No message, no return address. I'm grateful for this memento, but I wish I could thank the sender. I guess this is just a picture? Yeah. Let's go in first person so I can see it. So I'm guessing that's her paw. Cause like this is like a old game based off like very old times. And usually with those pictures, they would have the parents in the back and of course most likely the main character in the front or in the second row, and then they would have their siblings. So by just looking at this photo here, I'm guessing that's her father, that's her mother, that's probably her older sister behind her, and that's her. That's basically what I'm guessing out of that. I never went here before. This is pretty cool. So this is her room. Let me go in first person. The hell is that? I'm guessing that is the Hatter? Because I did actually get to see the Hatter, because you see him throughout the story. I don't really remember the Alice story or movie is what I should say. I don't remember it as much. Because I did watch it when I was younger, and when I was younger I never paid attention to a lot of shit, so... This is kind of weird. It's just like, I probably will watch it over when I'm done recording with this, but like, not knowing the movie as much and not really remembering it as much is just, you know, really weird. I would like to...
Killed her family.
Like I was saying, I would like to refresh my memory before we like crazily continue, because like with the way how, ooh, that's pretty cool. So when I go at this angle, ooh, as you can see, you saw that, right? You saw how the light changed. It was bright and then it changed to a very like warmer tone. Oh, that is so good. Okay, enough of me talking about that. Let's continue on. But yeah, I would like to refresh my memory with the, what is it called? This story before continuing this full game, because I think this game's the creator that made this game, or like the developers that made this game, this is basically their own spin on the Alice franchise. The likeness captures the Doctor's confidence. His dress is Festivus? I don't know that word really much. He's bearing calm, just shy of the classical handsome. He's likely instructed the artist how to render his nose. Okay, good to know. I guess I really would love to see that, what she's actually talking about. Them kids are fucking creepy, dude.